Hey folks, welcome back to another First Impressions video with yours truly, Sam Healey. Today we're going to talk about 3 games that I played while I was at Essen for the first time. And I've only played them once, so that's why it's on my First Impressions video. Now, 2 of the games that I'm going to talk about today were played at the Dice and Mystics event that we went to on Saturday night. Had a great time there, and kudos to the organizers for that super event. Have a great time every time I go there. The first one is one called Where Am I? Alice in a Mad Tea Party. Now, this is a small game that's being produced by a Japanese company, I believe, and it has amazing components. So basically, it is a social deduction game where each of the different people that are present at the Mad Hatter's Tea Party in Alice in Wonderland are trying to figure out who each other are. So it's a social deduction game trying to figure out, well, who's Alice? Who's the Queen? Who's the Mad Hatter? That type of thing. But the components of the game are really what kind of made it pop. There is an actual little table with chairs that you're going to be placing your meeples in. But on the table are actually like a dinner set or a tea set with a little tiny porcelain teapot with a little tiny porcelain cups and little tiny porcelain plates, and it was amazing. It was it's one of those things where had this just been a card game, which many of those social deduction games are, it would have been fairly boring. But because of the components, because of the aesthetics that the game brought, it was a really fun experience, and had a lot of great fun playing the game. So if you have the opportunity, you need to check this game out because I think it's well done. I asked them, are all of the copies of this game going to have all of these porcelain pieces? Oh yes, of course. And so I was like, yes. So you really need to check this out. It's not usually my theme, of course, but the components, the aesthetics, and the gameplay really made it pop for me. The second game that I played at the Dice and Mystics event was Kung Fu Panda, the board game. Now, I've been waiting to play this game for, it seems like, 3 years now, and I was slightly disappointed. Not overly, and not so much so that I disliked the game. No, I liked it fine. But first of all, it's a real-time game where you're going to be rolling. It's a lot like Project Elite, but instead of having the people, the bad guys kind of come towards you, you have to go through them in Kung Fu Panda, the board game. And that's not a bad game. I enjoy Project Elite. It's just not what I was expecting from Kung Fu Panda, the board game. So that's why I was slightly disappointed in it. We did have a good time. You're rolling dice. You're trying to score hits. You're trying to do this. And that's one of the things that I was kind of not liking so much about it. It was a real kind of loosey-goosey type of thing. But it's not so complicated. You're not rolling so many different kinds of combinations where it gets out of hand. I don't know. It's not what I was expecting. That's my main thing. And it's not that I disliked it. It's just not what I was expecting. But we did have fun with it. The miniatures are good. All of the dice, which are custom, they're all very well done. The layout of the board, because it's if I'm not mistaken, it's scenario driven, where you're going to be trying to accomplish different goals, going through the rooftops of some village. So I liked it, but it just wasn't what I was expecting it was going to be, and that left a kind of a bad taste in my mouth. But we had fun, so I guess there's that. I guess I just need to get it to the table again to see how much I'm going to fall in either direction. But that is Kung Fu Panda, the board game. And finally, the game that I played just once at Essen, the last one. We played this in the hotel lobby one night, and this was one of the games that I was looking forward to trying the most, and it's called Kingsburg, the dice game. Now, basically what this is it turns Kingsburg into kind of a roll and write kind of game, where you're going to be using the dice that you roll, and you can re-roll your dice as many times as you want. It's just that if you roll a certain icon, then that's going to lock that die, and you won't be able to roll it anymore, and it's going to further the invasion that's coming. And I was severely disappointed with this game. It is not fun at all, and usually you want a shorter, truncated dice game to give you the same feel that the bigger game gives you on a smaller serving or portions so that you can play it faster. And this game basically gave me the desire to simply play Kingsburg, which would take 4 times as long, but it's also about 4 times as fun. And I was so disappointed with Kingsburg, the dice game. This is not a good game at all. And I am going to try to play it some more to try to really settle on what exactly I don't like about it. But it just did not work. Nobody that played it at the table that night enjoyed it. But got to do the due diligence, and we'll get it to the table some more to see how it falls. But did not like it. Very disappointed from the first play of Kingsburg, the dice game. But that's it. That was kind of a long first impressions video, but it's 3 games, and I talked a little bit about each of us. So, you know, it is what it is. But there you have it. Thanks for joining me. I certainly appreciate it. Go, of course, check these out and make your own determination. Don't rely upon what I say about them, especially after just one play. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll certainly appreciate it. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.